Hey everybody, Gina DeLuca here. Okay, so today I'm doing part 2 of an experiment. Someone asked me what would happen if you put the consistency for the straight pour, but did it in a flip cup. And I did not have an answer for that, so we're going to give that a whirl. So what I'm going to do, let me do this first. I'm going to put a little bit of this dioxazine purple. So in yesterday's video, I just did the regular straight pour, the way that I do it. And that's the control piece. It gave me my usual cells and outcome. The colors are dioxazine purple mixed with a tiny bit of white, just to brighten it up a little so it doesn't dry so dark. I have cadmium light hue, or the cadmium yellow light hue, and naphthol crimson. Those are all Liquitex basics. They have been mixed 1 part paint to 2 parts Floetrol. That's straight Floetrol. And then that mixture is thinned with a concoction of 90% water and 10% Floetrol. It is thinned to a very thin consistency. The proper consistency would look like when you are drizzling your paint off of your stick into your cup. It should just immediately disappear into the paint. If it forms a mound, it is too thick. If it forms an indentation, it is probably too thin. You might still be able to get away with it, but if it is too thick, it will not do as we wish. Typically, there are no hard and fast rules in acrylic pouring. Sometimes breaking the rules gives you some cool stuff, like the straight pour. Okay, that should be sufficient for now. I can always touch up the corners. Okay, so in the last painting, I did the orange, or the crimson, I should say. And then the yellow. Use my little handy dandy chopper. Ideally, I would have used a smaller cup for this. I'm going to give this a minute and let the paint run down and settle. When you have a flip cup that is bigger than the amount of paint that you need, what can happen is the paint will run down the sides of the cup and get muddy before it hits your canvas. So you want to try to make sure that your cup is as close to the amount of paint that you need. All right, let's do this. Just popping bubbles. There is no silicone in this painting. Let's see what happens. I know you hate to lose too much paint, but you also don't want too much paint on your canvas. It may crack. Schmutz alert. Where'd it go? In a typical straight pour, the more you stretch it, the more cells you will get. And I don't want to tip all that off because there's some lacing there that I would like to keep. Okay, so far what I'm seeing is there is more blending in the cells of the paints. So we will let this sit, let gravity do its thing, and we will come back and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, back in a few. Here it is. It's been sitting for a while. You can see the edges are starting to dry. It's a very different cell action than in yesterday's standard straight pour, test pour, which is right there. My today, your yesterday. But you can see there is a lot of cell action, but they're very blended cells, as opposed to the stronger yellow cells that I got in this piece. But as you can see, you can get cells from a flip cup without using silicone, using the straight pour consistency. So there it is. Question posed and now answered. So thanks for asking and giving me an idea of something new that I could test out for you guys. The mad scientist of fluid dynamics. I'm not a scientist. I just play one on TV or on YouTube. Anywho, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I sure did. Please like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. Please check out the description box for the links to my website, which I will have paintings up within the next week. I will. I promise. I'm talking to myself. I'm telling myself that will happen. I have about 400 paintings that I need to put up, and it is a little bit overwhelming and a daunting process. And I'm learning how to use it. It's a new format. So it's a learning curve. And anyway, so check out the links for that, for my PayPal tip jar if you feel so inclined. My Amazon store, anything that you purchase by entering through that store, I will earn a small commission of at no cost to you. And then also, of course, Go Make Some Art, the Facebook group. Join the group, post your masterpieces. If you have questions, that's a great place for getting resources immediately. If you're having a painting crisis and you need help right away, post a question in there, and there are lots of people who will jump to your rescue. Okay, that's enough talking. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Go make some art.